Nothing. Like I'm just clean. And I'm outside my car and they don't have their lights on, I'm going to ask questions too. Because I want to prove without a shadow of a doubt that some creepy ish is going down.
Pascal.
This is something that I found very interesting, and I wanted to bring this up because sundown towns are real. Sundown towns are very, very real. I've experienced it my own self with my own two eyes, but there's a video that is being shared like crazy right now. And we got to take a look at this. This one's called The Dangers of Driving Through an American Sundown Town. You got to see it to believe it, y'all. Let's check this bad boy out.
I've been getting followed by this police officer. He hasn't put his lights on. The sheriff, I don't know what he's doing. I just pulled over at IGA, and he still haven't got out. I don't know what his problem is. I don't know. I'm gonna just see his look, now he's trying to lie at me. I guess I have my hand in my pocket, but he's running my tags or something for some reason. So I don't know what's going on. Looks like he might have another sheriff on their way. I don't know, but this guy seems like has a real problem. And there's another one. For some reason, they're pulling up on me.
By the way, like I said, sundown town. Lights aren't even on. Second car pulls up. Lights aren't even on then too. What the heck is going on here?
They have to have some type of interaction with me. There's no lights, so okay. Let's see. We have one here and one here. Hey,
how you doing, sir?
Is there any reason for this contact?
I'm sorry for breaking it up like this. But it's really important to hear how this officer reacts to this young man. It's creepy as hell. Watch.
You're free to go.
Oh, okay. Can I get a name and badge number for both you guys?
Sure. I'm Deputy Vaughn.
Deputy Vaughn?
Yeah.
Okay. You got a badge number?
1126.
1126. What's your name and badge number?
Deputy Adam.
Deputy Adam?
Yep.
Okay.
1200.
1200?
Yep.
Okay. Is there a reason for any of this here?
My lights aren't on.
I know they're not on. I know. I know. I recognize that.
And you're not detained. You're free to go.
I know. But I'm wondering what is this?
You pulled in here at public parking lot. You're free to go.
Okay, but I wonder what is going on. Why are you guys parked like this? Like you're not in a parking spot. You're parked blocking here. I'm just wondering what's that?
You're absolutely right, sir. Okay. You're free to go. Thank you.
Sorry, but what is going on here? This is some creepy get out type ish. We're not done yet. There's still more, but this is creepy, y'all. This is very, very creepy.
So much. You're also free to stay.
Yeah, I know I'm free to stay. That's why I'm asking questions to see why are you parked in. You're confused. I'm confused why you're parked like that, and you're parked like that, and y'all both out of the vehicles. And told me I'm
out of the vehicle and started videotaping.
Yeah, because I'm wondering why you park like that. I was going to ask you. You haven't ever turned on your lights or said anything, and then you get out. You said I'm not detained and I'm free to go and I'm free to stay. So I'm also free to ask questions. So I'm just wondering why are you guys?
Deputy, I think we should probably go roadside with you up here. Thank you. And thank you so much.
So yeah, that just happened, y'all. In that like crazy, creepy, crazy TV town type ish. Like what's going on here? Why did suddenly these cops pull up behind? Like this cop initially pulled up behind him He's not parked, as you can see right there. He's not parked in a parking spot. He's right behind the dude. For what reason? I'll tell you what. Those two cops were about to get into something bad. They were up to no good. But thank you to the sweet baby Jesus for technology, guys, because technology saved this young black man's life. Real talk. As soon as he pulled out the phone, conversation turned from probably what it could have been to, no, you're free to go. You're free to stay too. You know, you're parked legally. You're free to stay here if you want. Thank you so much, sir. Like, it suddenly shut off. Like what? Like, somebody that said, yeah, Laura Estrada, this is like some Twilight Zone-ish. This is like the Body Snatchers type-ish. Like, suddenly the cop snaps out of it like, oh no, you're good to go. Thank you for coming. Like, what the hell is this? Somebody talk to me. Lady Justice, what are your thoughts on this? This is insane. To me, this is creepy as hell. This is the reason why I do not like driving when the sun goes down during in southern states. I just don't mess with it. I just don't. Lady Justice, please.
No, I completely understand. When I lived in Richmond, Kentucky, when I was attending university, this happened to me a couple times where I was followed for miles, or I would just be like parallel parked. It would be dark on campus, and then police would roll up like, what are you doing? Or I'm just taking a walk, because I used to be a person who used to walk at night, and it would be something like this. And, you know, we didn't have phones that had strong cameras like they do now. They were just starting to come out when I was in school. So I see this and I'm like, this is all too common. I mean, this happens to people every day. And I'm just not shocked by it. It actually reminds me the other night on Strategic Eyes, where we were talking about situations where, people had encounters with police that, weren't so friendly or becoming. And it's just sad. And it's sad that we have to continue to video this, and that the only way people are believed is when they have videos. That no matter how many times they say something or they tell a story like this, individuals think, oh, you're just exaggerating, or, you had to have been doing something. And I'm like, no, that's not always the case, especially in these smaller, quiet towns. I just was getting dropped off. I had to drop off my vehicle somewhere, and I was talking to the Lyft driver, and he was telling me how he was harassed by some passengers saying, why are you in this town? And this is in Minnesota. Why are you in this town? You know that this is not an area you're supposed to be in at dark. If the police see you, we could have them do stuff. And the person was telling me how threatened he felt. I was just thinking, imagine if that had been the police on that individual, and not just, a citizen just kind of harassing them in the vehicle. But no, this is true to life. Like, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I may have had a couple speeding tickets, but I've had encounters like this. And so if it can happen to me, it can happen to anybody.
Yeah. Real quick, I got a $5 super chat from the Pioneer. Thank you so much. He said, I'm glad he pulled out his phone and record the interaction. But to be clear, when they said he was free to go, he should have left. Now, here's the thing, though. I think my thing is okay, I hear you 100% on that, Pioneer. Like, yeah, I don't like messing with the po-po either. You know what I'm saying? I want to jump in that car and skirt right out the door, right out the parking lot. But at the same time, the only thing that I get worried about is him getting back in the car and they find some reason to pull him over again like that. They just find something. So that's why in my mind, I'm going, I would want to know why he's behind me, following me in the parking lot without even turning on his lights. He's still watching us. He's watching me like I'm breaking some kind of law for being in my car, parking in the parking lot. Like he was expecting me to do something wrong or dirty, and we didn't even do anything. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, This man was very, very smart for pulling out his phone, because if he didn't pull out his phone, God knows what they would have done to him. God knows what they could have planted on him. I'm just saying, this seems so creepy to me. And I'm not one of those people that sits there and says, F the popo or anything of that sort. I'm not. I know that there's some evil people on both sides of the fence. All right. But you see something like this, you're going, what, were they going to take him to harvest his organs? Seriously, I'm thinking everything under the sun, y'all. Okay. Everything under the sun. The possibilities of what they could have done. Like the dude in the very beginning of Get Out. You know what I'm saying? He's walking down the street and all of a sudden he just gets snatched. And then no one ever sees or hears about him ever again. You see what I'm saying? This is that kind of stuff. I got another super chat. Thank you so much, Tyler. Again, Tyler Hackner, for the $5 super chat. Many, many thanks to you, my brother.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
So,
he said
thank you,
weird.
everybody, for working through that. Next question.
Going on. Okay. Some weird psychological thriller type of stuff going on with these cops. Absolutely. I agree. Like I said, this is some creepy stuff. The procedure that they did that was very uncanny. And it did not seem like it was following protocol in any way, shape, or form. David, thoughts real quick.
Yeah, I agree with the general idea you're saying, but I think I agree with Pioneer on this one. That I think his best bet would have been, assuming because you don't know that these cops are going to be, I guess friendly or whatever.
Right.
Especially if you stay there. So I do think he should have left and sent that video off immediately and then start recording again. That way that video is already out there. Because if he keeps talking to him, and we've seen this before in videos, they just take the phone and break it. And then no one's going to see that. And then they can say whatever they want.
True. He could have been live. That taping, that recording could have been live. They don't know. So they're going, oh, wait a second. See what I'm saying? They know that he's recording. They don't know if he's live. They don't know if he's just putting this on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. They don't know anything. All they know is that he is recording. So, of course, they got to be on their howdy doody. You know what I mean? Happy neighbor kind of thing. Oh, you're free to go. Thank you. No, you're free to stay or you're free to go. Thanks for stopping by. That's that creepy type stuff. For me, if I get pulled over and I know that I didn't do anything wrong, I don't have any warrants, I don't have any outstanding whatevers, I don't have anything illegal in my car, I'm a law-abiding citizen, my windows aren't tinted too dark past the legal limit, nothing. I'm just clean. And I'm outside my car and they don't have their lights on, I'm going to ask questions too. Because I want to prove without a shadow of a doubt that some creepy ish is going down. Sorry, that's just me. I'm about to expose their asses. Because at the same time, if I didn't do that, they would have exposed me for something I didn't even do. Okay, I'm going to mute that. But we do have another super chat. Mocha Sister, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. All right. These types of actions are happening a lot. My brother experienced this back in the early 2000s in Chicago, where he was driving on the South Side. Yes, this thing is very real. It is very, very true. All right. What we witnessed is the real deal, Holyfield. These kind of stories do happen. But a lot of times, unfortunately, I hate to say it like this, but a lot of times it ends up being someone dying. And then suddenly it is a gun happens to be in their waistband. Drugs were found in the trunk of the car or something like that. It's always after the fact. This man could have easily become a hashtag, y'all. Like I said, thank God he pulled out his phone and started recording, because that's the only protection we have most of the times. 99.9999% of the times, that is the only piece of evidence and the only protection that we do have against dirty cops. Period. Lady Justice, do you have something you want to say real quick?
I was just it just made me think really quick of one day I was driving and I didn't realize a speed limit changed by like 5 miles. And so I got pulled over, and I remember how aggressive the sheriff was when he stopped me. And by the grace of the universe, I had my county work badge on. And he was like, "Oh, where are you coming from?" I said, "Work." "Oh, well, which building do you work at?" And I told him which building it was. And he's like, "Okay, great. You're a county worker. Have a nice day." But it was like the attitude switch was like people were talking about Twilight Zone. I mean, it went from aggressive to, oh, like I really am a colleague to him, and it was super kind. And I personally didn't like that, because had I not had that badge on, I still should have deserved the civility. This individual still should have deserved the civility and kindness, because he's a human being.
Absolutely.
That's all I'll say.
I agree. That was some creepy, scary, like that's some creepy small town type ish that we just saw. Like I said, that was like a scene from Get Out, you know, something that I don't think we ever get to see. We hear about these stories, but now we actually got to see it on camera. And the truth is really out there, y'all. I mean, myself, that's why I blaze through sundown towns. And there are literally lists online where you can look up and find out where those sundown towns are, especially if you're road tripping, so that you aren't getting pulled over or getting caught in those particular towns. So drive carefully out there, guys. Real talk.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.